Welcome back to another video, and eventually that must be for the main website is gonna be right over here. It was linked in the description as well. And right now for today's video, we're gonna be jumping into Seamoonkids Comic Studio, as right next to Lemon Soda right over here. And since that last day that I just did from the Histories tab as well inside of Google, I'm sure this isn't going to be for very starting for just even for the moment as well. So I hopefully that I'm gonna be jumping in for just right now. And it's gonna be linked in the description before this. And as you can see for right over here on the top, it says here Seamoonkids as well. And no drafts whatsoever as well. And probably it's actually gonna be noticed as well. Seamoonkids is owned by Mooney Bear. Credits to Nori for drawing for the OCs as well. It was probably for her OCs, and probably this could be the last video of today before for the next 2 days is all the way from around here as well. And because especially that we're gonna be trying to find somewhere else to do this as well. And this is gonna be for the last 2 days as well of the month as well before the end of it as well. And we're moving into for the Halloween selection as well before that. As before we're gonna be trying to find out, I think this is actually that we're already begin of this video. As we're checking around of those between 5 characters, there are Chocoway, Bombway, Penway, Starway, and Moonway. So it's actually starting with absolutely for the old age, and I wasn't wrong about for those things as well. So there must be Bombway. She was a suicide thing as well. Another one is the Penway. Actually, nothing is also 15 years old, including around Starway as well. And I know I was right and about for a 15-year-old female was specified for this one as well. And you know, as Moonway, she was 15 years old, like a bigger sister. But anyways, it was probably for many years ago, unlike for these things as well. Even for that, she was grown up, being fired by some kind of conductor. And I'm pretty sure that isn't going to be to do like it's what else is actually like the future of Moonway was being fired already for years ago, and other family members were nothing, even because of all of those characters were completely missing. As anyways, let's move into, oh gosh, there was aren't even for any more characters itself for props as well. Even everything is nothing, by the way, including submitted sprites. If it does work, I'm pretty sure. Oh my gosh, that was actually it's all gone like those submitted sprites. There's no submitted sprites over here because this is not gonna be all the dream as well. So this is actually for the most very underrated thing, as we're gonna be added for one of those things. I know this comic studio was extremely dumb as well, as you didn't actually gonna be trying to do. You eventually try to add something like original, and of course it won't be gonna be trying to do as I guess. And that should be the quick video as well before I might able to be added any characters to do so. We all know it was similar to Milky Way cookie, even for those them or like anybody itself, like those big and small. So she was actually small, like under 7 years old, like on the underage as well. So I'm not really able to be doing this by now, even but it's similar to Milky Way cookie. But even for some sort of matches for itself, isn't going to be the same. It was like for some sort of clothes, or even for the coats, or some kind of sweaters. Even it isn't going to be to do this, but there aren't have any families yet. So even that I just using for this crossover was only for one purpose itself. going to get things a little bit big as well. Or even not anything that way, just gonna be even possibility to do so. Instead of adding more sprites from Friday Night Funkin' as well. So we didn't actually gonna be doing for many more times as well. Even that we just try to find out as well. In Seamoonkids Comic Studio, I'm not very sure that you'll never think everybody for these comic studios didn't try for those for the background drop as well, or the backdrops as well, even for much more as well. And I'm not gonna be told about for many more other kinds of Cookie Run characters like anybody as well. So I'm not gonna be even tired about for anybody as well, including Diary from a Wimpy Kid as well. So I'm not very sure. We're gonna be going for round Diary of a Wimpy Kid as well. So even to do this as well, we got more Diary of a Wimpy Kid Comic Studios we got here from anyway as well. So it's not gonna be even close to do this as well. And so I shouldn't able to be supposed to do this even before. This is Mr. Heffley right over here. And that means it's going leads to Roderick around here. So we picked around for wrong person, and I should be able to pick up his legs or whatever to do this as well. So even that we're gonna be across the search for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So this is actually going to get things straight that we totally searched for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. It was actually pretty ridiculous as well, so and I just probably using for such as multiple of Diary of a Wimpy Kid Comic Studios. Even for it starting around here, it's gotta be right over here, and starting with as Greg Heffley as one. So even for to do this as Diary of a Wimpy Kid as well. So starting with this only for one thing is nothing reasons to do this whatever before. We got for multiple of characters, and we got for multiple as well, such as actually for these guys, not the girlfriend like this, and his grandpa as well. So I wasn't able to be including for that. So I wasn't supposed to be doing like this for it right now. Even for it says Diary of a Wimpy Kid. And which is actually that I just said that for many times. And I never been happy for it to do this as well. So nothing happening strangely as well that we just eventually put Manny. I mean, this is actually Manny Heffley. So I'll be putting around for Mr. Heffley around for right over here to do this. So it was pretty small and ridiculous as well. So there is no reference between around Cookie Run Comic Studio around as well, and many more other kinds of characters, but nothing really even possible that I wouldn't be able to be just guess around here. Even before we're gonna be end of this video, I might going to be putting around for one thing as well. So I'm not sure. This isn't going to be for such as one Heffley, one of a hell man as well. So we're gonna be putting Greg Heffley is right over here on top of there for some guys as well. Sometimes I might gonna be putting around for really of those guys, or what is not going to do by itself and turns like anybody what I just try to do. So even it's actually gonna be for one thing, a person is gonna be running away from anybody as well. So I don't really think this is gonna be the end of this video, but before this, we really try to add one of those Danacol drawing characters for themselves. Danacol drawing characters isn't going to be like as well, but am I going to be getting caught by something else like UTTP? So not whenever that we're going to be trying to do what I just trying to find out. And when the UTTP users are gonna be find out what is actually going to be sought to do this as well, even for the UTTP is going to target my video as well, even for to do this as well as we seeing the results. No faces whatsoever, and especially that we're gonna be finding ourselves that we're using for some sort of face. So even that we just almost forgot like anything but itself, and I wouldn't be able to be loading for some sort of a round of those faces around to do so. So, and it's not gonna be going for around this, or maybe this as well. And wouldn't able to be getting a little bit getting close. And how many faces that we got for round as well. So, even that we won't be able to do like anything as well, so. And I cannot believe that we just ended for some sort of what are those things as well. So maybe that there's not gonna be really even fun about here. And this isn't going to be for such as even for this way for around here as well. But I cannot believe this isn't going to be such as really right over here for just as well. So how did we find it as well? And so we definitely find for some sprites from the Battle for Dream Island as well. So anyways, that was probably all for to do this as well. It's gonna be almost 15 minutes, by the way, that all the characters like anything for probably like this one as well. Anyways, and don't forget the link is gonna be in the description that I just completely saved some drafts, and it's being updated 20 minutes or 20 seconds ago. And I better guess as well. Also, the main website is going to be linked in the description since the beginning of this video for the Google history search as well. Even to do this for some sort of browsing history as well. Thanks for watching and for all your support, and I'm probably sure that I'm going to be ending up this video right now, and I'll be see you in 2 days after for a limited time days of summer. Like anyways to do this as well, so I'm better going to run as well. So I'll be see you in around for 2 days later as well, and I'll be right back to Comic Studio that where it was, or just try to find some channels that I might going to be review, and especially if I might going to be return back to Roblox itself for more videos as well. Even I feel very desperate as well, or that wasn't going to be deprecated or depreciated of this app as well. So I'm starting to get a little bit lost my mind anyways. So I'll be signing off anyways.